Why is he shooting this poorly, Ticket? Since you said that he was going to shoot better, like why, Russ? Why is he?
Listen, bro. Listen. I'm gonna tell you something, Lo. I'll be very honest with you, bro. Russell Westbrook isn't as mentally strong as I thought he was. Listen, when you watch him throughout his career, no, I'm being honest. I mean, this happens sometimes when you learn about different players. If you play the game, you'll understand what I'm saying. You watch a dude from afar, and you think, like, for example, when you watch him at OKC, you watch him go through the whole KD situation. Everybody thought he was mentally tough. He stayed with OKC. He tried to push him through the grind. He got the triple doubles, all this. Once he felt that real pressure, and I'm gonna tell you something, that is a test of basketball. When you play with LeBron James, if you can play under that pressure, you a hooper for real. Once he got under that pressure, where the media is gonna get on everything you do wrong, now guess what? Once you miss a shot, now the weight of the world is on you. So when you get ready to shoot that next shot, it's more pressure. And then he just completely lost his mind, bro. I'm telling you, if you ain't mentally built for that happens.
Is it not fair to say that it's gotten to him? Is that not fair to say that?
No, it's
I think it's fair to say he just can't shoot.
He can't shoot, and y'all knew that before the season.
He's bad. Low. The man is 30% for his career. The man is 30% for his career. He's shooting 8% this year, bro.
Well, that's because of play style, bro, and that's what you're not considering. You're not understanding the fact that Russell Westbrook, for his whole entire career, he was a guy. You play basketball. You getting into rhythm and getting into a flow means a lot. And you turned a guy who was usually getting to the rack, maybe doing some floaters, maybe a little mid-range, and now you're making him more of a jump shooter. That's gonna make him worse as well because he's playing a role that he's never been strong at.
I agree with you, homie. But check this out. Here's what you can't blame on LeBron and them. The man is airballing layups, bro. The man is missing layups, bro.
But I agree with you on that.
But that happened last year.
No. But Dub. He's airballing layups this year, bro. Airball
last year.
I didn't see the airball. I seen the hard bricks.
Yes.
I didn't see the airball.
I couldn't understand your point. I couldn't understand your point where I do think the pressure is high and is getting to him a bit. I understand that point. But let's not just put that all on that. And let's put that on the adjustment of play style that he has to be a part of. You're making him more of a jump shooter and everything like that. And that is not his game, bro.
Dub, I don't care how much your play style changes. You don't go from even a 30% 3-point shooter to 8. I'm sorry. You might take a dip, but not 30 to 8. That's excessive. There's
and that's fair.
He's turning down butt naked looks. He's not turning down wide open looks. He's turning down butt naked looks.
He was turning down butt naked looks last year.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's gotten even worse.
I just don't understand why, especially. I understand he's missing more layups, but he also is getting older. Also he's shooting more shots. He's turning it down. Those are all things that we knew that he was going to be before the season began. Maybe to not this severity, right? Maybe instead of him shooting 8% from 3, he could be shooting better. But him being a bad 3-point shooter and a floor spacer, the opposing team sagging off of him, sitting in the paint, putting the 5-man on him, and having him defend him. We should have known this was happening, not only because I told you it was going to happen.
But you know what, though? You saying that.
Get it off, Floyd.
The reason why I disagreed with you when he said, they're going to put the center on him, because I didn't think the Lakers would be stupid enough not to take advantage of that. Right? Like, if you put a center on Russ, he should be blowing by him and going to the rack every single time. And
they tried that though against the Clippers. He got blocked by Zubac one time. He missed another layup on Zubac, and then the paint just collapsed another time because AD is on the floor and he's also shooting 20% from 3.
Well,
the dynamic of the team is not meant for Russell Westbrook to take advantage of anybody.
That I agree. I said that when they traded for him in the first place, but.
So even when the big is on him,
to be better.
They're already sagging off of him. So when he drives, he's driving into somebody who's already in the paint who just contests. He's doing that.
Penetrate and dish.
But who are you dishing it to, though? Who are you dishing
Lonnie Walker to miss.
Lonnie Walker.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
At least you're not shooting
8%.
And let's not do that 8% nasty thing. It's only 3 games.
On that
he's
small
not
sample,
shooting
he made
8%.
one more free.
He's not shooting 8% for the whole year, bro.
Right, he's not that. But to Ticket's point, we talking about a Los Angeles Lakers team who Lonnie Walker shoots over 35% for his career. Pat Beverly shoots over 35% for his career. A lot of these guys, Kendrick Nunn shoots over 35% for his career. Is it possible that the lights are a little bit brighter in Los Angeles, and playing with LeBron James might be a little bit too much for these dudes. Is that fair?
I just think when you're asking someone like Lonnie Walker, who I know was never a high volume shooter, maybe like 2 a game, 35%. But once you start telling them to triple that volume,
right. Six a game is a lot for Lonnie Walker.
Yeah, the volume, the percentage is going to go down.
There's players that are good in spurts, right? They come off the bench, they shoot 2 or 3. Hey, they're wonderful. Ask them to start.
Playing in San Antonio ain't the same as playing in Los Angeles, man.
That's
playing in Minnesota ain't the same as playing in Los Angeles.
If you make Steph only take 10 threes, he might shoot 45%. You make him take 20, he's about to shoot 38%. Because you take more, you're gonna have to. In
the first part of his career, Lonnie Walker was only attempting 3 a game.
Right.
That's why he shooting 37. He's doubling that right now. And again, maybe the sample size is too small, so hopefully they start shooting better. But the reality is that as long as you had AD and Westbrook on the court with one another, they're going to sag off of the other one to come and help. That's just what they're going to do.
And since you mentioned that, Lo, and since you mentioned
Lonnie Walker, sorry, I was just going to say Lonnie Walker 4.7. Shot 35%, then 5 a game, 31% so far this year,
right.
5.7, 17%. So he's not shooting ridiculously more. Sorry,
it will come up.
But the year before when he shot 5, he was attempting 5. He shot 31% from 3.
Yeah, 31%.
When the volume did go up, he did
4.7. It was, and he shot 35%.
That's 1 year. That's 1 year after his career.
Now, to your
remember Schroeder shot 38% that 1 year, and they brought him in. They're like, oh, he's gonna, and then he went back down to what he did.
I never knew. I never thought Schroeder was going to.
This is why we have to take stats with a grain of salt. We have to be real with this, and understand that majority of these guys are not spot up shooters. These are not guys that could just sit here, just catch and shoot, and do that efficiently. Yes, they shot 31%, but it's not in the same role in which they're playing in now. Which is why we just can't sit here and say, oh, he shoots 31%, so he should be doing this. No, bro, that's not how it works. Kendrick Nunn was a good shooter on the Miami Heat, but he was never a spot up shooter. He was a guy that operated with the ball in his hands. Now he's in a different role, and that's not his game. So just don't be like, oh, 31%, they're shooting lower than that, and the pressure's getting to them. No, their play styles are completely different.
Well, and I'm glad you mentioned that. Even if their play styles are different, Dub, with that also being said, there are things that matter. So the fact that the long ball is open, the reason why the long ball is open is because the mid-range isn't working. And the mid-range isn't working. That's why the defense has collapsed. If the mid-range works, that means the defense expands and the rim is open more. And if the rim is open more, we can get more opportunities to the basket on one-on-ones. But we can't do that because our game is predicated on either the long ball or going to the basket. So if our game is predicated on either going to the basket or the long ball, then our offense is going to be stagnant because they're going to just basically sag in the paint. Even though we do have illegal defense in the NBA, I can get with that logic. We do have that. But with that also being said, we are dealing with pros too. Pros who do make, and I understand, Dub, that we're talking about guys who playing in different systems. We still get open looks. And when you have open looks, you should be able to knock down open shots.
And I could agree with you.
And Lonnie Walker, who was shooting, I think, 5 threes a game now than he was shooting in San Antonio, he's still getting open looks. It's not like he's getting contested 6 threes, and it's not like Kendrick Nunn, who played with the basketball a lot in Miami. He plays with the basketball a lot in Los Angeles with that second unit, and he's still getting a lot of open looks. Still.
I get your point, but again, basketball is about rhythm, basketball about flow. And if that's not your flow, that's not your rhythm, you know it's gonna still be hard for you to excel, even though it's an open look.
But hey, Dub, let me say this, to you, Dub, and I'll be very honest with you, bro. Russell Westbrook's never gonna start another game in the NBA after this season again. And if he doesn't want to, hold on, Dub, I'm gonna say this to you. I'm being very honest with you, bro. I'm being very honest with you. It ain't just that. His skills, like Lo said, I have to agree with Lo. His skills have diminished, bro. And I'm gonna tell you why his skills have diminished. Because his confidence has diminished. And sometimes when you're confident, listen, it's just like being a boxer. Once you get knocked out a couple times, bro, you ain't the same fighter no more. You understand what I'm saying? Once Russ have experienced this type of criticism, and once he have experienced this type of failure, bro, Russ is not a player who can adjust his game and do other things. In this NBA, as a point guard, you have to be able to shoot the ball. So yeah, he was able to get the triple doubles and all that other stuff. Now that his game has been completely exposed while being under the bright lights, every other team not only is going to watch how he's handling the situation, which is poorly, but they're going to look that he can't make adjustments. He can't change his game. And teams are not going to put these young guys out here that they're trying to develop and sit them down to let Russ play and try to carry you to the playoffs. No, it's over with, bro. Those days, and I hate to say it because I wanted Russ to be successful, but those days after this year, he may never play another NBA game again in his life, bro. And it's that bad. It's that bad.
Hope that's
bro.
not the case.
I
Hey,
don't
Chill.
think it's over.
What did I tell you the Lakers should do this offseason?
Trade LeBron.
Trade everybody.
Yeah, you said starting with James. Trade James. Blow this whole thing up.
Blow it up.
You said.
Yo,
I tried to buy in. I believe it more now than then.
Join way.